Today in this video we will see 3 different stories which are different from each other. All 3 stories are related to students and universities, which is why the name of this film is also Haunted University Second Semester. The name of the first story is The Final Year's Chairs, in the beginning of which we see a university, where students had come to celebrate the last day of their final year. Now their university was no less than a haunted place because every year on the day of final year some student dies. And this is known to everyone. Does anyone know the reality that there is a ghost in this university, who used to appear only on the day of final year, and any student who saw that ghost used to die? Now here we see a girl, Tai, who has this quality was that if there was a ghost somewhere, she could see it. Tai was also a childhood friend of Tai, both were very close to each other. That girl was very nice and innocent, hence Tai used to take great care of her. Now that this friend was a friend, when she was passing through the place, Tai friend felt something strange. She stopped near a door, on the other side of whose window she saw the shadow of a ghost. Before this, Tai was reading in that direction, paper in front of her eyes. So that she does not see the ghost, because if her friend sees the ghost then that ghost will kill her. Now all the students were gathered in the hall because on the day of final year some students were going to create a good atmosphere by singing something or the other. As usual, some students were singing the national anthem, Komi Tirana, but Tai friend, who was behaving very strangely, started singing a strange song. In fact, not only today but for a long time Tai friend was seeing a ghost. And today perhaps one of the same ghosts was controlling her that she was doing this. Apart from this, she was also very scared, and obviously the other students get very nervous seeing her like this. Seeing this, Tai came to her and she told him about it. She picked her up from the hall and brought her outside with her and explained to her, "Stay calm, try to control yourself." What was she doing? To which her friend replied that I do not know what is happening to me. This has been happening for a long time. Hey, I am very fed up with all this. I want to go to my home. I beat all the students inside. His strange actions got affected. She started talking about him only. Everyone was saying that she was like this. She is behaving like this because she is seeing that ghost, and today that ghost will kill her. Hearing these things, Tai felt very bad and she wanted to prove everyone's thinking wrong. That is why she convinces her friend and brings her back among everyone. Now one of the students asks Taiki's friend, "Brother, what happened to you? Why are you doing such things?" Hearing this, she started telling the truth that strange things have been happening to me for a long time. I am seeing ghosts. She started crying, saying that she wants to go home. When Tai consoled her and made her quiet, she got scared again because then she saw the ghost of another boy in front of her who was looking very scary, and she angrily said something to her friend. Her eyes were strange, the color of her face had also changed. She got so scared after seeing him that she started crying loudly and started insisting on going home again and again. After hearing which, a student started saying that we believe in your words, not whether you are telling the truth or not. If apart from you, any other student here also saw the ghost, then we will understand that you are telling the truth and only then you will be allowed to go home, but because no other student was able to see the ghost. So she also calls Tai friend a liar. Seeing this, her friend started looking at Tai and said that this friend of mine sees a ghost, but her friend gets angry when Tai says that no, there is nothing like that. Hearing this, her friend's heart broke, but suddenly she heard the sound of singing. She thought that someone among the students might be singing, so she started looking towards them, but she was wrong because all the students were very silent. Now when he noticed, he came to know that this sound was coming from above, and now as he looked up, he was surprised that there were many ghosts there, who also looked very downy. They were looking like this because everyone was hanging upside down, seeing which Tai friend got so scared that she vomited on a girl. Now seeing this, everyone laughed at her antics, so they started making fun of her. Now they are insulting her. Tai was worried about her friend. She did not want to leave her alone, so she went to look for her, but when she came to a room, she saw the ghost of a girl there. She was also looking very downy as her hair was open and her head was full of blood. Now as we know, Tai can see a lot, but she ignored him and went away from there to find her friend after finding a lot after all. Tai went upstairs and saw her friend sitting on the wall of the terrace. Tai felt very bad seeing her friend in such a condition, so she started moving forward to take care of her, but because her friend was angry, she started refusing her to come close to her. She says, "What kind of you are my friends? Even though you see ghosts, then why didn't you support me? Why did you make me alone? Why did you lie to me in front of everyone?" Tai cries after hearing this and says, "That's why I didn't support you, because it's as if no one believes what you say. He would not even listen to me and everyone would make fun of me." Now her friend felt worse after hearing this, that he only cares about his insult. She became very sad and said, "Okay, my friend, take care of yourself. I am leaving, but I promise we will meet soon because I want to be with you forever." Having said this, she jumped off the platform and tragically took her own life. Seeing this, Tai kept crying, wondering what happened in the blink of an eye. She looked down at the condition of her friend's dead body. She becomes very sad after seeing her. She is completely broken after losing her childhood friend. She was forced to give up on her life, but we saw that when Tai was standing there crying, her friend comes to her again, and after seeing her condition, we understood that this is her soul, after which time passed very fast. She completes her graduation, but we see that she has become very happy all the time because her friend's soul always stays with her and does all this work together, and with this first story ends here. The name of the story is The Seabed, in the beginning of which we see a medical student named Tun who lives with his roommate in a room in the hospital of his university because he was new to this university. That is why he is here. He was watching the news. His eyes fell on a news which seemed important to him, so now he started watching it. He heard that a student at this university died before completing his graduation. He died in his bed. It was scary. The thing is that he has now become a ghost who comes to sleep on his bed every year. Hearing this, 10 got very scared because the bed number of that student was C, and now here the bed number of 10 is also the same. Then he met his friend Mila. Both of them liked each other, so they spend a lot of time together. The next day, 10 went to the university, and because now he will become a member here and take training to become a doctor, then first of all she takes an oath from all the students in which they make this promise. That when we become doctors we will always take care of our patients as long as we are in this field. Then when Tan came back to his room he sees that his roommate is going to his home, which made Tan very nervous. Because he had to be alone tonight. Now Tun had a disease due to which he used to have seizures every once in a while, due to which he felt that perhaps he would not be able to become a good doctor. Now when he was in his room he gets a seizure again. He tries hard to control himself and then it takes him a long time to bring himself back to normal. Then there was a knock at the door. When he checked, there was his friend who had come to spend time with him. Both of them talk a lot and also study together because his friend helps Tun in his studies. Even today she was teaching him, but his mind was not in studies but somewhere else. He was lost in the thoughts of his friends. When she asked, he started getting angry at her things, on hearing which her friend felt very bad. She cried and said, "What has happened to you? Why are you, my friend? You are behaving like this." Seeing her crying, Tun realized his mistake. He silenced her, apologized and said, "Let's go to sleep. It is already late in the night." At midnight when she was sleeping, Tun started crying. The light in the room starts switching on and off on its own, due to which Tun's eyes opened and he saw that his friend was not there, so he started searching for her everywhere. He even went to the ground floor, but she was nowhere. After coming back, Tun saw that the door of the fridge was open and a bottle was lying in front of him which was shaking on its own. Seeing this, Tun got scared at first, but then he thought that it must be my friends. It was a mischief, but when he went near the fridge, he realized that no, she was not his friend but something else, due to which he got very nervous. As soon as he came into the room, he started feeling strange and started packing his clothes. Now when he looked under the bed, there was a badge lying there. On checking, he found out that it was the badge of the same dead student, due to which he understood that all this was being done by the soul of that student, so he took his belongings and started leaving from here. But then he gets a seizure again. His whole body starts shaking strangely, due to which he gets a lot of pain which is unbearable. That is why he falls there and becomes unconscious. When he regains consciousness, he finds himself on his bed. He found that the ghost of that student had also come there, who was not very drawn. His body was strange, his arm was also broken and bent, he could not even walk properly, his face was also scary and looked very ugly. The soul of the student was his. She takes the badge because it was very dear to her, but she saw that it was damaged by Tun while running away, due to which the student's spirit got angry and attacked Tun, causing him to fall down. And now the soul started moving towards him again to kill him. Here we saw that Tun's body was completely paralyzed, that is, he was not able to move his body. Still, he somehow called his friend because the mobile he had it, but he also did not pick up the call. Now because the soul was moving forward, the Tun started moving forward slowly and now it had come very close to him, but the Tun still kept moving away from him and came towards the exit. As soon as he went near the stairs, the spirit came there and grabbed him by the throat and started trying to kill him. Here Tun was clearly seeing his death. In these last moments, he remembered the oath he had taken. He thought all the students who had come here had taken an oath not to kill anyone, so Tun got the idea to save his life by reminding him of the same thing. He says that soul that you had sworn that you would not kill anyone. If you do not kill me, then leave my life also, because Tun was sure that he too must have taken this oath at some point of time where his plan actually works, and in the next moment the soul left his throat, taking advantage of this. Tun gets dragged and comes out of there. He first calls his friend, and after talking to him he starts saying that today I want to talk to you about my heart. I love you very much and the way I treated you today. I am sorry for that too. Now that ghost was also listening to all these things. Realized that I am saying wrong, I should also live with everyone lovingly. That is why in the next moment his soul disappeared from there and will never be here again. Will come, and with this the story ends here. At the beginning of the third and last story we see a girl who was passing through a small gorge which also had a roof. As she moved ahead, she saw a flower lying in front of her. It looked as if someone suddenly came from above and picked up the flower before she started picking it up. Seeing this, the girl got very scared because she had seen such a thing for the first time, which was obviously difficult to believe. She had never done anything before. Before she could understand, a woman hanging upside down comes from above who was very decorated because she was a bride, but she was a ghost, not a human being. She caught hold of the girl's head, due to which she got very scared. She tried to free herself, but she would not let go, and kills the girl completely. After this we see a girl named Min who is also a student, and she was sitting in a building with her two friends and starts telling them about the same bride hanging upside down. But both of them were not able to believe this. After this, Min calls her brother because he had Min's laptop which Min was ordering. Then his brother agreed to his sister and went to give him the laptop. He also started passing through the terraced street where in front of him was that flower which had been dropped by the bride's ghost in order to make it his prey, but he was moving ahead engrossed in his own tune. But by mistake he did not notice it and he left from there and started moving forward from the other side. On the other hand, Min was telling another story to her friends in which a girl who was doing graduation was feeling that because I am weak in studies I will not be able to complete my graduation, and that is why I will fail. He took his life by jumping from the roof a day before the completion of his graduation, and just after that accident, strange things started happening every year. A student dies a day before the completion of his graduation, and that girl is behind all their deaths. It is the hand of the ghost of that student who considered herself weak. On the other hand, Min's brother accidentally goes to an abandoned building to come to mind, where he collides with a bottle containing pills. He was leaving from here with this bottle of pills when he did not hear anyone's voice. When he saw, a door had opened from behind which a woman's hand came out, and she raised her hand in front of Minky Bai. She does it because these pills were hers which she was asking to give away. In fact, this woman was also a ghost. If any person touched this pills bottle, she would not leave him till she got her pills bottle back. Now Min's brother had no idea that this woman was a ghost. He started giving her the pills where suddenly a ghost of a girl appeared in front of him who was looking very strange, and this ghost was none other than the same graduate. Now after seeing her condition, Min's brother decides to give the pills to her, but I do not know how he lost those pills. Just then, he gets a message from Min saying that you have come to the wrong building. You have gone, I am not there, and quickly leave from there because Min knew that there are many ghosts living in the place where he has entered. She herself comes to meet him. Now her brother started feeling pity on the soul of the girl. That is why he had also brought her outside with him, because he did not even know that she was a ghost, but when she came in front of Min, that ghost disappeared from there because she had now come to Min's friend's room, seeing which her friends were very happy. She gets scared and started shouting. Soon this Min came and asked them, why are you guys so scared? When her friends said that there is a ghost here, she also got scared and started shouting, but that girl's ghost is there. He disappeared from the room, and then suddenly the ghost of that woman also appears in front of the room, who takes the name of Min's brother and asks him to return his pills. Seeing this, Min understood that now she has to save her life and that of her friends. She calls her brother and asks him to bring her here quickly, but since she was lost, her brother started searching for her, but finally he found her, but she was lying in the middle of the terraced street. Now Min is giving her pills again and again. While she was asking to be brought, seeing the flowers lying there, her brother understood that there is a ghost living in the street too, but he still somehow moved forward to pick up those pills. But suddenly the ghost of the bride hanging upside down appeared in front of him. Seeing this, he got very scared, but then after becoming normal he moved forward to grind it, but the ghost caught hold of his hair because she had long pointed nails which made it look like she was going to grind it from here. She would not let me go, but her brother knew that I had to save my sister, for which I would have to do something. He freed himself somehow and brought his bike and wore a helmet on his head, so that when I came here, When I start passing by and the ghost of the bride starts holding my head, by the time he gets the helmet in his hand, I will take the drink and go away. Now wearing the helmet, he sat on his bike and started moving fast, where once again the ghost of the bride came to catch him. But according to his thinking, she is able to hold only his helmet, taking advantage of which means brother left from here with those pills. He immediately comes and throws the pills towards the ghost of the woman, with which he finally disappears from here. Guy was happy to see him going when suddenly the ghost of graduation comes here and attacks them. Now Mankabai again puts his mind to how to deal with this ghost. He tells him, "Congratulations on your graduation today." Saying that it is complete means brother tells her that let me draw your picture because there are many students standing behind you. He just tries to entangle her with his words, but here his plan really succeeds. The ghost of the girl. She started feeling that yes indeed today my graduation has been completed, and now she happily disappears from there, with which this third story also ended here. But before the end of the video I have a question for you. Do you know any of these? And this video also ends here.